want to do today is I'm going to go over variations of pull downs. So overhand, underhand, wide, narrow, just go over the benefits and technique differences between the two. So we're going to start with as you see, I'm using the mag grip here today. So I'm going to use an overhand wider grip. So when it comes down to a pull down, the whole kind of idea you have to think is you want to lock in your torso and get into that position where you feel a stretch in basically your lats. Your armpits are all the way down through to your spinal column, and then everything's up. So I always tell people, just start looking up right away. Don't have your head down like this and sitting upright with it like this. So bring yourself so your chest is already in that upright position. So now all you're going to think about is your hands are hooks. You're hooking into this, so you're not full on gripping it, and you're driving those elbows down and you're coming up. So as you can see, I'm not doing this whole torso swing and going from a lat pull down to a seated row. So I'm staying, everything is upright, and I'm just driving my elbows in a downward angle. So the bar is hitting me pretty much at the end of my sternum. And as you can see, on a pronated or overhand grip, I can keep those elbows in nice and tight, okay? So if I change that to an underhand grip, which is gonna incorporate a lot more bicep, what this is gonna do is your elbows are now gonna travel a little bit wider, and actually incorporate a little bit more of the teres major and minor, basically up into the armpit area. So that is a little bit different of the overhand to underhand grips in the more so wide pull downs. If you're looking for the wider back, I would suggest an underhand grip instead of an overhand grip, because an overhand you're going to be more so elbows nice and tight, and you're not really getting that underhand grip where it's a little bit wider and you're getting all the way up into the armpit. So I would tell people, realistically, you could use a mid grip or a wider grip depending on your shoulder width, and use that underhand grip on a mag to get a little bit more of that wider look at the armpit area. And then obviously diet is going to increase the width of the look of your back. It's going to narrow that waist down. So that goes over the benefits of the overhand and underhand of the wide grip. So now let's go into narrow. Again, using the mag. So let's start with an overhand grip. So same sort of thing, no change to the body. So if I do an overhand grip on the narrow grip, again, you see how my elbows are, everything is nice and tight. So this, you should be feeling that flex right along that lat, and at the very bottom, you're feeling it basically right along that lower lat, insert along the Christmas tree. So you're really kind of driving those elbows down and feeling that flex. You see it's going to hit you a little bit lower on the body. Now I'm going down to about bottom of the rib cage area instead of up. So let's switch that up. Let's go to an underhand grip now. So again, this does incorporate a bit of bicep. If people are looking to basically increase bicep movements or incorporate bicep movements into their back. So now, again, the elbows are a little bit wider, but not as much. But now, your focus on the drive is just a little bit higher than what it was previous in the overhand. You're still hitting the same area right at the bottom of the rib cage, but your stretch at the top is a little bit different because now you can see my shoulder blades are further out than they were before because my elbows are kind of facing out instead of nice and tight into the body. So that's the difference between an overhand and an underhand on the wide and the narrow. I hope you guys learned a little bit from this. As I said before, if you're looking to grow that width, definitely go with the underhand grip, just because it turns the elbows out. If you're looking for more of that thickness on these pull down machines, go overhand grip, and it keeps everything nice and tight, but really emphasize on that squeeze and then the full stretch. So either one, full stretch, full squeeze is paramount, but those are the differences between the two. So take that, use it in your next back day.